Brothers, we have today, I'm talking about something very important and everybody needs it. And most of us, we ignore it or we don't know about it. I think every single one, he knows about it. But physically, how to apply it, this is what we're missing. ما هو هذا الأمر؟ الصبر. الصبر. نبحث عن الزواج، نبحث عن العمل، نبحث عن المال، نبحث عن الأكل، نبحث عن المشروبات، نبحث عن السياحة، نبحث عن أمور كثيرة، نسافر ونأكل ونشرب ونلبس ونركب، ولسنا بحاجة إلى كثير من هذه الأمور، ولكن نحن بحاجة ماسة إلى الصبر ونحن لا نبحث عنه. نحن بحاجة، كلنا بحاجة إلى الصبر ولا نبحث عنه. وكل واحد منا يعرف كلمة الصبر، أما عمليا هذه الكلمة غير موجودة عند كثير من الناس. Forgive me brothers, I like to go with some Arabic because, I get complaint. And sometimes I get complaint from the English speakers. They said, we don't understand Arabic and you just take more time and we don't understand, we're just sitting there. Sometimes we fall asleep, because we just speak Arabic. So I try to balance. We know, all of us, people looking for marriage, people looking for jobs.
أنت ما شرحت صبر الموضوع الدرس بالإنجليزي لسه.
Okay, the subject is patient. The subject we're talking about, patient. How important to have patience, to be patient. So all of us, people looking for marriage, looking for jobs, looking for money, looking for foods, looking for dreams, looking for, sports, play, travel and go and here and there. And most of this stuff is not needed, we're not needed. It's not necessary. And we're still looking for it. But patience, we really need it in the religion of Islam. We need it. That's why we have to know how to be patient. The patience is not a word, it's action. And action is related to the heart and your limbs. الصبر ما بين القلب والأعضاء. القلب بالتصبر والرضا، والأعضاء بالقبول والعمل الحسن. So patience is related, it's between heart and your limbs. Your heart, how you accept it, and how you pleased with the situations, and your limbs, you apply it, and you're not showing actions against the patient. We have a hadith. There's many ayat and hadith. I think we spoke about this subject, but we need to know, because we hear complaint. We hear complaint from the people. فنريد أن نتأكد ما معنى الصبر وكيف نصبر وكم أنواع الصبر. فأنواع الصبر ثلاثة. الصبر على طاعة الله، الصبر على طاعة الله، والصبر عن معصية الله. أي الصبر على طاعة الله، أي كيف تصبر على طاعة الله وتجبر نفسك على طاعة الله وتلزم نفسك بطاعة الله. والصبر عن معصية الله، كيف تصبر حتى تبتعد عن معصية الله. والصبر عن الأقدار على الأقدار الله المؤلمة، أي كيف نصبر على المشقات، كيف نصبر على الآلام والأوجاع والأسقام والصعوبات. هذه أنواع الثلاثة الصبر، ولكن في المعنى نفقدها، في الفهم نفقدها الأنواع الثلاثة، لأن الذي يبحث عن الزواج يقول يا أخي لا كيف ما في صبر، ما في تحمل، ما في، نبحث لا نجد. الذي يبحث عن العمل، الذي يبحث عن المال، والذي يبحث عن السعادة نفس الشيء، كلهم أو كثير منهم يشتكون. وكذلك عن المعاصي، يقول أخي كيف ننجو؟ الأحوال كلها سيئة، الأعمال كلها أو جلها محرمات، كيف أنا أصبر أترك الأعمال؟ لا يوجد هناك عمل يعني أعمل حلال، فكثير من الأعمال فيها محرمات، كيف نصبر على ذلك؟ كيف نتحمل ذلك؟ إلى متى؟ هذه كلها من ضعف الإيمان، كلها بسبب عدم فهمنا لمعنى الصبر والتصبر. We help you brothers, from Arabic and English part. So we
Sabr has three types of sabr.
yeah, I'm going back to it. We have the meaning of patient, like I said, spread between the heart and limbs. And then that's why the patient is three categories or three type of patient. First, how to be patient with the worship. How to force yourself for the worship. How to make yourself to worship Allah and to not give up. Because you need a patient. A small example. When you have a cold water in the winter and you have no hot water, so you need to have patience to make wudu because cold. So you need, if you want to come to the masjid and cold, you need a patience for this, to push yourself to come to the masjid. This as an example. You need to, force yourself, to be patient for fasting, because you get hungry and you get thirsty and the day is too long, so you need a patient. So the first type of patient, how to be patient for the worship, how teach yourself, be patient for each part of the worship, because salah need a patient, fasting need a patient, sadaqah need a patient. To deal with the people nice way need a patient. To handle the headache of the people need a patient. It's not easy just, I think in the khutbah we point to this subject. Allah created us with the mistakes. And because of these mistakes, it's not easy to deal with the people. If you have no patience, so you're going to ignore, say, I have no time for these people. I have no time for drama. This is what we hear. I have no time for drama. I don't want to hear drama. If you translate it, if you bring it, together, meaning I have no patience for this stuff. And you've been commanded to have patience. وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضُكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ فِتْنَةً أَتَصْبِرُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, we make you for each other. يعني جعلناكم امتحان لبعض، أي نمتحن بعضكم بعضا ببعض. We make you test for each other. Sometimes the person, you talking to a person, and you're very serious, like you giving your time. You're very serious to talk to this person. You talking and talking and talking and talking, and then after maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, he turned around to you and said, huh? I've been talking for 10 minutes. Now you're saying, huh? So you need the patience for this type of people. You need the patience for a person who you talking to. He's, you're talking to him. He's, looking to his phone or, busy with himself, doing something, and okay, I hear what you say. You need the patience for this person or this type of people. And if we talk about the husbands and wives, this is, I think, wawa. There's a lot of stories. If we talk about this subject, there's a lot of stories, a lot of examples, to give. But I think these examples we give, I think, is enough. So you need to be patient how to worship of Allah. How worship of Allah is not only prayer and is not only fast. How to dealing with your brothers is a worship. How to deal with your younger brothers, sisters is a worship. How to deal with the elders, worship. How to deal with the parents, worship. How to deal with your kids is a worship. How to deal with the people at work, at the market, in the masjid is a worship. Worship is not only salah or prayer and fast. So how to deal with your neighbor is a worship. How to deal with yourself is a worship. How? We need an example. When you put yourself in a good situation to be respected, so this is something good. And all type of good, please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is a worship. العبادة اسم جامع لكل ما يحبه الله ويرضاه من الأقوال والأفعال الظاهرة والباطنة. The word worship is a name, gather all type of good from the actions and speeches, please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A hidden action and open action. So meaning anything please Allah from the speech or speeches, from the actions, anything please Allah, they call worship. So meaning we have to know how to deal with the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how to have a patience. And then the second part, how to be patient to stay away from the mistakes. القسم الثاني كيف تصبر نفسك عن المعاصي حتى تبتعد عن المعاصي. والمعاصي كل ما خالف كتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم من المعاصي كبيرها وصغيرها. How to be patient to stay away from unlawful. And unlawful, anything displeased Allah, anything against the Quran and against the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a sin. Big or small is a sin. So anything against the Quran, opposite of Quran, opposite of the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is a disobedience. And how to be patient to not fall to this mistake. How to be patient. How are you going to be patient to handle the subject? Not do something against the Quran and not doing something against the Prophet ﷺ and his way. This is very, very big subject. That's why we need the patient reality, not just the name. The name, everyone, we know meaning of patient. Sabr. Sabr. We know that. But physically, to apply it, to do it, to make yourself be patient, this is what we're missing and this is what we need. How to be patient, to stay away from the mistakes, stay away from the actions and speeches against Quran, against the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So meaning if we check the actions, there's many actions against the Quran and many speeches against the Quran, and also many actions and speeches against the way of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So then you need a patience to stay away from this stuff, and this is not something small. The third, how to be patient with the difficulties. كيف نصبر على أذى على الآلام والأوجاع والأسقام والأمراض والصعوبات وظلم الناس وكلام الناس. كيف نصبر على ذلك. This is also another important part or categories of patience. How to be patient with the difficulties. Difficulty in your body. Difficulties in your body. From the difficulty, the illnesses, diseases, sicknesses is all difficulty, right? Difficulty of laziness. Difficulty, some people have difficulty of forgetting stuff. It's a difficulty. So, how to be patient for the difficulty coming to your body directly. And then how to be patient for the difficulty coming to your family. Coming to your family, to your kids, to your wife. How to deal with the problems coming to your wealth, to your job, to your money. This is all need a patient. The difficulty of your friends. There's friends, they give you difficulty. We have, get difficulty from friends, right? Did anybody agree? You get difficulties from the friends, right?
From Yusuf.
Oh, I have a lot of difficulty from Yusuf. So you have difficulty. It's all difficulties. They call it in Arabic al-aqdar. Al-aqdar al-mu'lima. أي الأمور التي تسوءك، التي قدرها الله تبارك وتعالى كونا وشرعا. فالله عز وجل قدر أشياء امتحانا للناس. قد يكون في الخوف، وقد يكون في الجوع، وقد يكون نقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات. وهذه الأمور الخمسة ذكرها الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه. ولنبلونكم، يقسم ربنا سبحانه وتعالى أنه سيمتحنكم. ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين. هذه الأمور لا بد للإنسان أن يمتحن بها. هذه الأمور الخمسة، يقول المفسرون هذه الأمور الخمسة الرئيسية التي أقسم الله عز وجل أن يمتحن بها الإنسان. وما عدا هذه الخمسة أي مشكلة من المشاكل تندرج تحت إحدى هذه الخمسة. ولنبلونكم شيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات. هذه الأمور الخمسة الرئيسية، وأي شيء ما عدا هذه الخمسة ستجده يندرج تحت إحدى هذه الخمسة. إذن there is no way to not be tested. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He swear and He write for us this test. It's been written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no way to avoid it. Could be hunger, could be fear, could be fear and hunger together, could be losing businesses, could be losing the fruits of the gardens and of the works of businesses, and could be missing someone by death or illness or sickness. So there's no way to avoid this test. Did anybody able to avoid? Nobody. It may all five get together in one person. Maybe you never get hungry, but maybe you test with the fear. You scared especially people scared to be poor. Subhanallah. This part, shaitan getting to the people very easy. You have food, you have drink, you have job, and you go home almost every day, you calculating how much you're making and how much you spend. Because you're scared to get less. You're scared to lose. Subhanallah. Shaitan getting to the people in this point very easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said الشيطان يعيدكم الفقر وهذا ما تحقق قول الله تبارك وتعالى. قال الشيطان يخوفكم بالفقر. يقول الحسن البصري عن زمنه هناك 70 آية في كتاب الله تقول أن الرزق من الله. 70 آية في القرآن تقول الرزق من الله، وآية واحدة يقول الشيطان يخوفكم بالفقر. فيقول أهملنا 70 آية وصدقنا تخويف الشيطان. هذا يقول في ذلك الزمن قبل 1400 سنة. فماذا نقول اليوم؟ حسن البصري, he's amongst the followers of the companion. He's a student of Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma. He said there's a 70 ayah in the Quran clearly telling us provision is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, and one ayah in the Quran said that shaitan scared you to be poor. He said we ignore some ayah and we taking the fear of the shaitan. We always scared to be poor. He said there's a 70 ayah. Allah said the providing is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said we're not looking to 70 ayah and we always scared because it's just shaitan make you scared to be poor. And he said, we all believe this, but we ignoring 70 ayah. This is at that time. What about today? What we have to say today? It's very sad, our situations. So could be losing someone, parents, blood relative. Could be losing business or businesses. Could be losing the fruits of the business. You have a business and then you're not making profits. You lost the profits of the business. So all this is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the beautiful thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. Good news for the people who have patience. What type of patience? What type of patience? There's a lady, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed by a lady at the graveyard, and she was crying for someone, her family passed away, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed by her, and he told her to be patient and fear Allah. She said, what happened to me is not happening to you. Leave me alone. She doesn't know Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then after he left, somebody told her, do you know who you was talking to? Was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She went to his house, and she was standing by the house. Ya Rasulullah, forgive me. I don't know it was you. I don't know. What the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told her, إنما الصبر عند الصدمة الأولى. Patient, the beginning of the problem. The person who complains, he lost the job, and then complain even to the kids, not only adults. Anyone he see, he complain. He lost his job. Anyone he see, he complain. His car broke down. Anything he see, his house, have a problem with the pipes, whatever, something. He complained to everyone. And then after all this complaints, alhamdulillah, we have to be patient. This is not a patient. You complain to all you know, you got an accident. And then now you say, alhamdulillah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told this lady, no, the patient is in the beginning of the difficulty. Meaning, you're not, scream and yell, and then after you empty, nothing left, all this power, and it's like a Pepsi in the beginning, you shake it, you cannot hold it with your finger. After the fizz go out, after the power go out, even if you shake your head, just like Yusuf, no power, doesn't do anything. So the patient for anything, some of the tabi'een, they was sick with a severe disease, for a long time. His family don't know. I don't know who knows Abu Uwais. Abu Uwais, Abdullah Ahmed, he was an African-American translator in America. I hear from the mashayikh myself, they said, we never see translator in America, Australia, Europe, and Africa as Abdullah. And he was sick with cancer. The only one knows about him, his wife, until he died. His wife called me. She said, he told me to not tell anyone until I pass away. Because I don't want those who love me, make them live with pain until I die. And I don't want people who don't like me to be happy until I die. So when I die, so whoever loves me, he will hurt one time. So I don't want to hurt him, for a long time. This is, we talk about these days. We're not talking about years and years and years, hundreds of years. No, we're talking about So he doesn't, his family, his mother, his sisters, his father, rahimahullah, his father passed away after him. But nobody knows in his family he living with the cancer until he died except his wife. Nobody knows. He hid it from the people. So this is meaning of patient. You know, if you have a problem, don't complain to the people. You don't need to complain to the people. Something needed, maybe because of a dua, someone you want to make dua for you, or maybe help you with the situation, advice or something, or suggestion or something. Maybe give you idea, maybe. But for no reason, you don't need to complain to the people. Don't use American ideology or methodology. You know, you see, so how you doing, Mike? Oh, my wife, she had a fever last night. So I'm thinking, how are you? How you doing? Oh, my car, I need the oil change. You know, don't live with this methodology. Don't live with ideology. Say Alhamdulillah. The Sahaba, the companion of the Prophet ﷺ, the only word they use if they have a problem, they know from each other one word or sentence. If you ask كيف حالك يقول الحمد لله. وإذا كان يعاني من شيء في نفسه أو في أهله أو في أولاده أو في ماله أو ما شابه ذلك قال الحمد لله على كل حال. لم يزد على ذلك. بهذه الجملة كانوا يعرفون أنه يعاني من شيء. لا يوجد عندهم شكوى، إنما يحمدون الله عز وجل على كل حال، على السراء والضراء. لذلك قادوا الدنيا وقادوا العالم، ورفعهم الله عز وجل فأكرمهم وصاروا أفضل البشر بعد النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم على وجه الأرض. The companion, they used to, when someone asks someone, how you doing? He said, Alhamdulillah. If you have some difficulties, if you have problems, if you have something bothering him, he add Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal, meaning Alhamdulillah for everything. That's the only thing they know. He has something is not good. That's it. When he add Alhamdulillah for everything, thank Allah for everything. So meaning, you don't need to complain to the people. They used to, Sahaba, in the Salah, sometimes they cry in the Salah. You know, it's strange to us because we don't have khushu' to cry in the Salah. We don't have khushu'. They used to cry, and some of them, after Salah, كان يقول لمن حوله ما أشد الزكام. ولم يقل أنا عندي زكام، ولكن تورية حتى لا يظنون أنه كان خاشعا وكان باكيا في صلاته. يبعد عن نفسه المدح والثناء. كان يقول ما أشد الزكام، فيفهم من قوله أنه عنده زكام عندما يتنخنخ إذا صح التعبير في صلاته، وهو خاشع باكيا لله عز وجل. ولكن حتى لا يدرى، حتى لا يعرف عنه، كان يستعمل التورية. بعدما ينتهي يقول سبحان الله ما أشد الزكام، حتى يفهم من كلامه أنه عنده زكام. So the Sahaba sometimes they enter the Salah, they have khushu', they have a fear, and they cry. They cry while they are praying. We don't have cry because we're not humble in our Salah, in our prayers. That's why. So sometimes they used to cry, and then the person who cried make noises, right? So after he finished the Salah, so he's same sentence, people think different what he have. He used to say, cold is not a, it's very strong. He doesn't have a cold, but the way he making noises, he using this sentence to make the people to think he have cold, to not think he's crying in the salah. He want to hide it from the people. So we don't need to complain to the people. إنما أشكو بثي وحزني إلى الله. So you complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tell Allah what you need to say. If you have a complaint, if you have difficulty, nobody can answer you except Allah. Nobody can accept from you except Allah. Nobody can change for you except Allah. So between you and Allah, tell Allah, I have these problems, and only you able to remove it, to fix it, to do it, to take it away, to make it for me. So all the doors is closed except your door. All the gates is closed except your gate. Oh Allah, change my situation. You don't need to tell people. So this is the last one. To have patience for the difficulties. We had a hadith أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه إن ناسا أتوا إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من الأنصار. إن ناسا من الأنصار سألوا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فأعطاهم، ثم سألوه فأعطاهم، ثم سألوه فأعطاهم، حتى نفد ما عنده. ثم قال ما عندي من الخير فلن أدخره عنكم. قال أي لا أدخر، أي إذا كان يوجد هناك شيء عندي فلا أمنعكم من أعطيكم. ثم قال من يستعفف يعفه الله، ومن يستغني يغنيه الله، ومن يتصبر يصبره الله، وما أعطي عبد خيرا وأوسع من الصبر. There's people from Ansar, the tribe of Ansar, they came to the Prophet ﷺ and they asked him for food. So he gave them. And then they ask again. He gave them. They ask again. And he gave them until he finished what he had. Nothing left to give it to them. He finished everything. And then he said, be sure that if I have something, I'm not going to hide it from you. Whatever I have, I'm going to give it to you. And then he told the people, whoever looking for to be protected, whoever looking for to be honorable, Allah will make him honorable. And whoever looking to be rich by Allah, Allah will make him rich. Whoever looking for to be patient, Allah will give him patience. Allah will make him to have patience. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون. So he said, whoever looking to be patient, Allah will help him to be patient. And then he said, there's nothing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give it to his servants wider and better than patience. But if you have it, if we apply it physically, if we have patience, for how long to be talking? Hey.
39 minutes.
39 minutes. We passed. Okay, so we're gonna park here. We're gonna stop. So if there's any question, any suggestion, besides asking if I can call Adhan.